Mr President, after 9/11, Le Monde announced "Nous sommes tous Américains." Times have changed. On economic, environmental and ethical grounds, the United States government has been shredding the values for which America enjoyed our respect. The challenge for Europe's member states is to resist US moves to unilateralism, whether on trade policy, over Kyoto, or in respect for international law. And this will require the frank, forthright and sometimes fraught transatlantic dialogue on issues like visa waiver, extradition and open skies, which our member states have thus far resisted. Indeed, President Bush succeeds in divide and rule of Europe at least as well as President Putin. This summit is time for some home truths. Removing regulatory barriers and harmonising standards between the world's largest trading partners must be our top priority. It should not come at the expense of securing a successful Doha round before Bush's mandate expires on the 1st of July. We must also use the summit to force recognition of the greatest security threat of the modern age, climate change, and get the Americans to stabilise and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. The UN Security Council debated the issue for the first time last week, underlining the seriousness of the situation. But we must insist too that the administration clarify its position over allegations of torture, secret prisons and extraordinary rendition in the conduct of the war on terror. Not only is that the right thing to do, it is the only thing to do to restore America's reputation. In the long term, only wider democratic scrutiny involving this House and the US Congress and Senate, perhaps under a transatlantic Schengen, can strengthen our strategic relationships and prevent the kind of legal limbo that we are experiencing with passenger name recognition data or with SWIFT payment transactions. Success in the war on terror rests on balancing freedom and security, not sacrificing our civil liberties. The turmoil in Iraq is proof of what happens when we get the balance wrong. The US and the European Union should be helping repair the damage, showing solidarity with Iraq's 2 million refugees. The Americans have taken exactly 466 Iraqi refugees since 2003. We know they don't want to acknowledge a flight of refugees which is a symptom of their failure, but we need a clear and comprehensive aid budget and an agreement on sharing the burden of asylum claims. And finally, our negotiators must not be afraid to take the initiative. Paul Wolfowitz has undermined the World Bank's moral authority. Our message to him must be, "It's time for you to go." I owe to an American poet president, in conclusion, to Ralph Waldo Emerson, the thought that there is no such thing as history, only biography. Europe's leaders should bear in mind that they will be judged as individuals for the courage they summon up in Washington.